Live. Oh, we're going live. Oh my God, there.
We are the Rigmarole, and this is your totally improvised comedy show that we start to do right now. We take your suggestions, we turn them into a completely made-up comedy show where we get suggestions from you. I already said that part. We get the title of our show, which we're about to do, by you typing in some adjectives and some nouns right about now. And then we take a couple more suggestions and we create characters, scenarios, situations, weaving them into a comic yarn that will tickle you for this 1 hour. Mark?
Yes.
Say things.
We also use this bell.
Hey!
To signify scene changes, we might play each other's characters. We'll go forwards and backwards in time. So just pay close attention because you might be like, I thought Jethro Cuthbert was him, but why is he acting like? Well, you know what? We might have swapped just for that moment.
That's right. We're going to play lots of different characters. We're going to go forwards and backwards in time, as Mark said, and we may play each other's characters. Who we got playing tonight? We have the smashingly and catastrophic Mark Little. Is playing about tonight.
Thank you so much. And we also have the open and bookish Kerby Joe Grubb.
I'm here. All right, let's get down to our actions and nouns, in which we will choose the title of this episode. We got from Jake. Hey, Jake. Constable.
Oh, indignant from Julie.
Confoozled.
Oh. Insane.
Yeah, crunchy.
Pale and crunchy for Marie. Indigenous.
Ooh. Barber.
Homemade.
Illustrious.
Nice.
Uh-huh.
Mother. Crusty.
Uh-huh.
Insane. Mime. Mentor. Monkey. Morose. Candy. Or was that Morris? Idiotic. Echo.
We had author.
Oh, author, judge.
Lively.
Fancy. Triathlete. Sunroof. What is that one? Python-esque.
Yeah.
Inept. Oh, kickboxer. Photosynthesis.
Yeah.
Mangy. Duck. Ferocious. Police chief.
Best.
Senator. Burn. Leopard trainer.
Okay, we're going. I'm choosing judge.
Oh, nice.
Now Mark will choose an adjective.
I don't know if I really want this, but the first one that popped into my head was best.
The best judge.
All right, that's what it is.
All right. Don't know what that means, but we'll find out all together. The title of this episode is now The Best Judge. Could be lots of different things, and we'll invent it as we go. Now, Mr. Little has a prompt for you all.
Please, make up the name of a campfire story. Could be a ghost tale, could just be a tall tale, could be any sort of tale, as long as it could be told around a campfire. And here's a trick. Any story could be told around a campfire.
Pro story tip.
Pro story tip. Next time you find yourself around a campfire wondering if this is the right story, it is. Craggly hand face. The tree that burned down. The coffee that got cold. Burned out on cooking.
You guys are just talking about your lives now.
Yeah, the tree killer. Oh, we've got a bit of a theme. Trees and destruction. Luscious and lavish flowers they be. The spirit of the redwood.
Wow.
Oh.
These are wonderful.
Yeah, these are wonderful. These are really nice. The one-eyed monkey. The confoozled duck. Confoozled is back.
Confoozle's coming up a lot, I feel like, lately, you know?
It feels like a theme.
All right, what do you like?
Kind of like the spirit of the redwood.
Okay, the spirit of the redwood.
Yeah, all right.
All right, so that's going to inspire us, along with the title, which is The Best Judge. And for our third and a final question for you, what or who tickles you? Now, maybe you're not ticklish, okay? But that does not preclude people from tickling you, okay? You can't tickle the relaxed muscle, and I think we all know that. So just keep that in mind. That's accurate. That's accurate. That's science, my friend. So just keep that in mind as you throw your answers at us. Ooh, the mud monster tickles Becky.
Oh, interesting.
The drum in the living room. Right said Fred. The spy who jilted me. I fell in the poison ivy. The baby. Hamburger folds. My dad. Hot dog folds. My son. My son, or maybe it's short for my grandson. Smarties. My duck. A lot of duck action.
lot of duck action.
Okay. I really like Craigie Handface from the last one, but that tickles me. The 4th of July. Stale Tootsie Roll Pops. What's happening? Okay. Let's see here. We have it's too hard, you guys. It's too hard. I'm gonna go with hamburger folds.
Hamburger folds.
I don't understand what that is, and I want to figure it out on live broadcast.
I think that's the best way to figure anything out.
It's the best way to figure it out.
To recap, the spirit of the Redwood is a story that you could tell around the campfire. Hamburger folds is something that tickles you, and tonight's or today's or this time's title of the rigmarole is
the best
judge. I give it a 9. That's the best I can do. I don't know why you're all looking at me so concernedly. I give it a 9, and that's where I stand.
Edwin walked around Pillsbury with note cards with numbers on them. He felt like it was his job, Edwin's job, and Edwin's job only, to judge all things and all manner of beings, situations that he came in contact with.
This is your newborn? I give it a 6.
Okay.
No, it's slightly above average, I guess.
Okay
is about appropriate.
Wait. No?
5.
Edwin wasn't making any friends. He thought, well, maybe if I just judged a little better. Judgery was judgerific in Edwin's brain, but people around didn't really like to be judged, turns out.
24 years earlier. Dad, who is that excellent man on the TV in the robe with the hammer? Everyone seems to love him so much.
Well, Edwin, that is Judge Reinhold Messner.
Judge?
Judge Reinhold Messner, not to be confused with the actor Judge Reinhold or the composer Reinhold Messner. That is Judge Reinhold Messner.
That's incredible. Is Judge some sort of title?
It is, my boy. And for your 9th birthday, I'm going to take you to court.
I hope to be a judge one day, Father. He seems like truly the greatest man to ever exist. Is court is where we'll find him? Then I presume.
Ah, yes. I'm sorry I did not explain the construct of court. Yes, Edwin. And when I say I'm going to take you to court, I mean I'm going to sue you for ruining my life.
Why would? I'm sorry, Father, for I did not mean to ruin your life.
12 years and 9 months earlier. Brenda, are you sure it's mine?
Yes, of course I'm sure it's yours. You're the only man I've been with. You're the reason that I wear this color lipstick. You say it's beautiful. I look in the mirror and I don't even like it.
Brenda, when I asked you to come here from Germany, I thought that you were unable to bear children. And therefore, that's why I have been so haphazard with my seed.
But I understand how you could have got that idea 3 weeks earlier from that event. Oh no, children? I can't bear children. I can't bear them at all. I used to be around children from time to time, and I can't bear children. I simply cannot bear children. I can't bear them.
Well, you're breaking up a little, Brenda, but I think I got the point, and I would like to invite you over from Germany to Pillsbury, New York. This is where I live, and I've been looking for a woman just like you, a German woman who cannot bear children in the least.
Oh, perfect. I ask you, I know we are simply on a phone call, but I ask you to choose one of these lipstick colors for me.
Brenda, am I on speakerphone?
Yes, you are on speakerphone.
Brenda, I specifically asked you to not put me on speakerphone.
Well, I have a lipstick in each one of my hands. It would be nearly impossible for me to also hold a phone.
Okay, Brenda, I'm very excited about you coming over to Pillsbury. Please do not take this as a lack of excitement, but I'm curious as to how do you think that I'm going to judge a shade of lipstick over an auditory connection such as a telephone call?
Well, they named the lipstick in such a way that it's very easy to know what it will look like.
This sounds like a very German thing, but I'm on board. I want the schnitzel and the strudel. Is that German?
Well, yes, but it doesn't apply here.
Edwin was served papers by summons. He opened up the envelope, and sure enough, his dad was suing him. The legal brief read, Edwin, you are being sued by your father for ruining his dreams and his life. Please find attached this bill for $953,000, which is all the money that he has spent on you from the time that you were born.
Oh my.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a lawyer, but I don't like to talk the way other lawyers talk. So if you want me to write like a summons, some kind of, you know what I mean, legal document, I'm not going to put all these legal words in there, all right? I'm just going to write it straight up because that's the kind of lawyer I am.
Well, that's very refreshing.
Okay.
I'm so tired. I'm so tired of all the legal jargon being thrown
Thank you.
around.
Exactly. So let me get this straight. You want to sue your son, okay? His name's Edwin, right?
His name is Edwin, and he is my son, and he is ruined by life.
Okay. Well,
To roughly, I'd say the grand total of somewhere between $900,000 and $1 million, somewhere in that ballpark.
how dare he? How dare he? I mean, I would imagine that's a couple $100,000 in diapers alone, right?
Easily. And this boy had a bottom that was very sensitive. So I wasn't just buying, let's say, a Kirkland brand, right? I was not And I shop at Costco.
No. Okay, that's actually it's a little more information than I needed. I don't want you to incriminate yourself here as I'm preparing your case. Okay.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
Really nice desk.
And it was a nice desk. Edwin took his legal briefs and thought, well, I'm going to need some representation. So he went through the local yellow pages under representation. He found.
Bring, 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 bring. Hello, I'm.
Bring.
Hello. My name is Edwin, and I saw you under.
Bring.
Good thing I'm getting a chance to warm up.
Kerby and Jacobs.
Hi.
Hi.
My name is Edwin.
Okay, and we are a law firm, so you're going to need that's a little more than that.
Sounds like you're having a good time at the office.
So we're having our holiday party. Hey, Rick, you better put that sponge bowl down. Yeah, you silly son of a bitch.
Hey, I'm just gonna have a little punch.
Rick, you put that punch bowl down. Sorry.
Have a big sip.
Hold on 1 second. Rick, put it. I'm serious, okay? I'm gonna be partner soon, and I'm not letting this punch bowl shenanigans go on any longer, Rick.
Dan, it's a holiday party. Dan, I just wanted to have a sip of the punch.
Yeah, from the bowl, Rick. From the bowl, Rick.
Well, it's a big bowl. I mean, we can all have a sip.
Well, there's glasses and a ladle, Rick. Glasses and a ladle. Sorry, Edwin.
No, it sounds like you guys are having a great time there.
Yeah, well, Rick's a bit of a loose cannon, but I'll be partner soon, so nothing to worry about there. What can I do for you, little buddy? You sound like a kid.
Well, I'm young, but I'm an old soul, I'd say.
Okay, cool. That'll stand up in court.
Is that a joke?
I'm sorry, you're right. It was. I shouldn't be joking, but I have had a couple of glasses of ladled punch, and it's quite strong. Rick, Rick, put the Dad. Look, just make me partner now. Okay, make me law firm partner now because I have some Ricks to handle. Okay, I have one Rick in particular that I just don't feel like is really working out at Jacoby and Jacobs anymore. So just throw another Jacoby in the name of our law firm. I will become partner and I'm going to start chopping heads off. You know what I'm saying, Dad?
Son, my son.
My dad.
My sweet boy.
My stalwart father.
Okay. Thank you for that.
Best lawyer in Pillsbury.
Okay, son, flattery. Flattery is not going to get you anywhere here today, okay? You understand that?
Okay, I mean, okay.
Maybe what you need is to be a little bit more human resource oriented. I've heard how you've spoken to Rick over these past few months. Okay?
Dad, I'm just telling you, Rick, he's going to bring this law firm down. Okay? He's going to be a real problem.
Rick is your cousin, okay? And if you think that our success as a law firm is more important than our family, well, then I've got some questions as to why you think you'll ever be partners, son.
Okay? Shoot. Oh, no. You wrote the questions out, Dad?
Well, son, I'm a lawyer. If we're unprepared, then we go nowhere, right? Isn't that what I always say? If we're unprepared, then we go nowhere.
Go nowhere. Right? That's what you say. And I had to put right above the door. As long as you're unprepared, we go nowhere.
That's exactly right, son. So my first question is, how could you treat your own cousin like that?
Dad? Something I never told you about Rick.
Are you going to take this chance to tell me it, or you just wanted to kind of build some suspense?
Well, I wanted to build some suspense, Dad. Okay. I mean, didn't you always teach me that suspense is the way a lawyer works? Suspense is what a lawyer's biggest tool in this lawyer's toolbox. Isn't that what you taught me, Dad?
All right, my boy. As we go into court today, I don't care what the judge says. If we need to hold a little suspense, we hold suspense and we stand our ground, huh?
Hold suspense. Right, Dad. Hold suspense.
Suspense is one of the largest tools in a lawyer's work belt. Huh?
Largest tools in a large work belt. Hold suspense. Got it, Dad.
Suspense is our number one go-to tool. I don't care about evidence. I don't care about the facts. I don't care about the jury, and I don't care about the client. If we have suspense, we have the case. You understand?
Dad, can I stand up straight now?
You're in suspense, aren't you?
Please, Dad, my quads are on fire. Oh, Dad.
Oh,
Don't keep suspense. It's the largest tool in your belt.
I'll let you know.
Once Edwin had decided on a representation, he got down to work on his case.
Yeah, I'd love to hire you guys. You seem like a great company. Let's go ahead and I'll start spitting out the facts of the case, okay?
Okay, I just want to tell you one thing, okay? My name is Rick. I work here at Jacoby and Jacobs. I'm a cousin. Some people call it a partner, but I'm a cousin. I'm a law cousin. And I hope that you will like my lawyering, and I hope that you will not tell the other lawyers at Jacoby and Jacobs that I have scooped up your business.
You know, I actually considered being a lawyer at one point after reading The Spirit of the Redwood.
Really? Well, then you'll be happy to know that my uncle, Martin Jacoby, was the inspiration for that book.
Martin Jacoby is Kobe Martinstein?
That's right. Thinly veiled name change, but yes, it's true.
That makes so much sense.
Right, it fits right. See, once you know, it just fits right together. So anyway, just so you know, wow. Yep. Right.
What?
Right. I know.
What?
The normal reaction that people have when they find
In the hell?
yes.
That book changed my life.
Mm-hmm.
I was not going to sue my father. He's suing me, but I wasn't going to sue back.
Countersuit. That's what we call that.
I wasn't even going to do that. I didn't even know it was a thing until I read The Spirit of the Redwood. Freaking Kobe Martinstein, when he slaps him with a countersuit.
24 years and 1 day later.
Hey, Edwin. You haven't come by to judge me recently. I was just wondering if you had your cards on you, because I just was feeling a little judgeless. So I just what's that for? The first part of the conversation, or my lip gloss, or?
No, that was for the first part of the conversation. It started
Okay.
a little weird.
Okay, yes, I'll take a 6. A 6 is, it's not a 5.
This is a 4.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay, well, if you wanted to have a 6, maybe you would have started off the conversation with, "Hey, Edwin, here's a cup of coffee." You just walk in, you just hand a gift. That's a great way to up those scores.
Mom, remember that guy Edwin I was telling you about, who's like super judgy and like always carries these cards with him and stuff?
Yes, of course I remember, Denise.
It's like a really big crush on him, and you know how like I can't read numbers?
Yes, of course, Denise. That's why I'm sewing this new garment for you, because you don't know how to measure.
I know. Thanks, Mom. I want to wear that to my first date with Edwin. I was just wondering if like we could go through the numbers flashcards again before I go meet him, and after you finish the dress and before I go meet him, if you could like take me through the flashcards of the numbers one more time, because like when he judges me, he like shows me a number and like I'm like 7, and he's like that's a 4, or just some version of that where I was wrong.
My sweet dear. Of course, I will forego your dress for a minute so we can make you appear smarter to that young, beautiful, judgy boy.
You said, Mom, does everybody in our family have problems reading numbers?
Yes. I used to have a lot of trouble with it. That's why I took up sewing, because there are so many numbers on this tape measure. And the more practice you get, the better you get.
That makes perfect sense, Mom.
It's just like sports. I think of numbers as the same as sports. So when you think it's a breakthrough, so it almost breaks my brain with how exciting it is. When you think of sports, I'm sorry, it breaks my brain. When you think of sports.
Dad! The Spirit of the Redwood, as read by Jackson Wilbur. Chapter 1. The spirit grew high up into the treetops. The spirit was among other redwoods. I think your book is really good. I think your book has real potential. I'm just thinking more sound effects. Okay?
I'm on board.
You're right. For the audiobook, I'm thinking, after every sentence, maybe like a boop, 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 or like a doo 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 doo. Depending on what the thing was about. I mean, it's a new editing. It's a new kind of book. It's a new kind of way of thinking about how to hear books.
I love this idea, Douglas, and this is exactly why we brought you on board. You're a revolutionist. You're a modernist, and in the art of recording, you are the cutting edge. Yeah.
Well, let me just play you a little excerpt of something I've been working on.
Please.
Where the red fern grows. What'd you think?
That's breathtaking.
Yes.
The gong sound after the title is kind of envelops you in a sort of soundscape, as to prepare one's senses for the overwhelm, the washing of words about to burst forth. You'd say.
Beep, boop, 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 boop. Hi. Hi, welcome to Hamburger Folds. Can I take your order?
Yeah, well, we got these coupons in the mail, and I know it says that it expires August 1st, and it's August 3rd, but sometimes I've known that companies do a bit of leeway for good faith. And if that is the case, I would love to get a big foldy. Actually, 2 big foldies, since one is free.
Okay, let me see those. Let me see those vouchers, please.
Okay, well, you might actually want to take them from my hand and not just fake a grab at the air.
Well, usually when I put my hand like this, people are pretty fast to put it in my hand. So, in my defense, you were a little slow.
Well, that's fair. I've heard that.
Okay, these big foldies, this voucher expired actually 6 weeks ago, and so I'm gonna have to actually call my manager up here.
Okay, please do.
I'm sure he'll understand.
Manager Doug, can you please come to the front register, please? Manager Doug, go to the front register.
Doug, that's a fun name. Manager Doug, please come to the front register, please, Manager Doug.
No more folds. And I'm Doug. I was supposed to be a judge. Fuck this, man. I'm just gonna hopes and dreams. I hopes and dreams. I'm gonna be a manager of a hamburger fold place.
Manager Doug, we've got a discrepancy with a coupon. If we could get a little clarity.
Oh my god. All right, I'll be right there.
I'm taking your manager a little while, isn't it?
Curtis, go on your 15. I'll take care of this. Hello, I'm Marc. I'm the manager here at Hamburger Folds. Can I help you with some kind of a coupon discrepancy?
Yeah, I think if you look down on the counter before you, you'll note some coupons which I brought in. One of which is good for a free big foldy with the purchase of one big foldy, and I would like to redeem it.
Yeah, and this expired 6 weeks ago.
I'm aware. I know sometimes as an act of good faith, companies will honor coupons.
Oh, as an act of good faith? Okay. Have you ever been to a court of law, Mr. Hamburger Eater guy? Have you ever been to court? Do you think that they act in good faith where they just give you things? I'm the judge here. I'm the judge at Hamburger Folds, and I say gavel, gavel, no foldies.
Okay. Firstly, I've never been to court. I am an Eagle Scout.
What happened? Did you get our big foldies or what?
No.
Jethro, what? Jethro, what?
I tried to get the big foldies, and
I gave you those coupons, these clips.
there was no act of good faith at this Hamburger Folds.
No? Where? Do you know? I said what happened if you're not able to feed me.
I know you said what happened if I wasn't able to feed you.
Now that's gonna happen.
That's so embarrassing for me, though. I can't do that.
You can't do. You have to do it. There's no other choice.
The whole town is going to make fun of me if I have to go to work in a dress.
All of Pillsbury will see you.
I know that's the downside of being a sign twirler. It's if you go to work in a dress, well, everyone's going to say you because I stand on the corner of Main and 31st. And at Main and 31st, literally the whole town has to pass by every day.
Well, that's what happens because you got face in music, Jethro. Okay, because my mom always told me, if a man can't feed you, make him wear a dress in front of the whole town.
So I lost the bet. It's not wearing it on purpose. I lost the bet. Hey, Lenny. Great to see you. Hey, Lenny, hopefully we can get together again sometime. Poker was fun last year.
Hi, welcome to Sign Spinner's YouTube channel. If you're watching this video, you want to learn how to spin signs. Thinks it looks easy? Well, does this look easy? Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Well, there's a lot more chemistry, physics, and artistry that goes into sign twirling. So, get out your pencils and your papers and get out your sign because we're about to learn what it takes to spin a sign on a street corner and attract attention of walkers by into your business or establishment. Rule 1.
Well, George, I think that's a great idea for a YouTube channel. And, yeah. I think the bare minimum for spend is probably around $8,000 in camera equipment. So, yeah, we could sell that to you. We got plenty of stuff, George. And since you're such a loyal customer, buying batteries here every month, well, I'm willing to take off 4%.
Read it.
It's a yes.
It's
Okay.
That's right. That's right. It's going to be the biggest YouTube channel around.
All right, George. Well, my pleasure.
Edwin had grown up, judging and judging and judging. It cost him all his friendships. It cost him all his relationships. And now it was going to cost him more dearly than he had ever been cost in his life. Edwin!
What is it?
Come down here!
I give this yell. I give it a 4. I don't like being yelled at.
Edwin!
Okay, I'm coming. I'm so glad we got this circular staircase.
The only way to fit a staircase in this old house is to make it serpentine. You're gonna have to go up around that radiator vent, and then you're gonna have to go around. So it'll be a circular staircase, and then it'll switch back on itself. It's what we call a circular switchback.
I love it. It reminds me of. I saw a movie where people were going skiing in the mountains, and they stayed in a place like that. It had that sort of staircase.
Here's what I give that anecdote.
You're judging me.
Yeah, that's right. I'm judging you. You don't know who I am, do you?
Can't say that I do.
Yeah. Remember my sister, Wendy? Yeah. Close your mouth, judgy boy. That's right. I'm going to build this staircase for you. I'm going to build it for you anyway.
This is an 8 of surprise.
I'm going to get you up to a 9 or a 10 because Wendy is now, that's right, the Wendy.
10.
Okay, there we are. 10.
What? She's the Wendy?
Yeah,
Not the one with Frosties.
Yes. The one who came to town to take down Hamburger Folds.
She's the one that got away.
Fucking Wendy come to my town? I'm the judge of Hamburger Folds. I'm the manager of Hamburger Folds. Wendy's gonna come and open up a hamburger franchise right next to my... No, Wendy! No, Wendy, the one with the Frosties! No. Ah! Bring it on, Wendy!
And Wendy did bring it on. She brought it on so violently and with so much enthusiasm that Hamburger Folds scarcely had any chance of success.
All rise. As court come to order, the Honorable Judge Winston Plimpton presiding. At ease. Okay. Case number 773-928. We have manager Doug Wellesby, the manager of the Hamburger Folds here in
Judge, could you spell Wellesby for the record?
Cynthia.
No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
No, it's Wellsbye, Wellesby, and the E is silent on the end. Okay.
See, I wouldn't have got the silent E.
I know. I just...
No, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. And the defendant is Wendy Thomas of the Wendy's Hamburger franchise.
Judge.
Yes.
Mr. Bailiff.
Yeah. Yes, Bailiff McCormick.
D. Wendy.
That's right. The Wendy. That's right.
This is incredible.
Right.
I went to Wendy's last week.
It's a very tasty restaurant. For anyone who hasn't been in my courtroom before, I encourage chitter chatter. I feel like chitter chatter keeps the court fresh, keeps people's opinions coming out. Anything you say will be recorded by Cynthia, the court stenographer. But if you try not to say too big of words, because Cindy she doesn't have a huge vocabulary. Okay.
It's big enough.
Edwin sat in the back of that courtroom, watching the procedure. He wanted to learn about how two hamburger magnates went head to head, especially when one was a total coke fiend and the other one was super famous and fictitious. Edwin thought, well, if my dad's going to sue me when I was younger, then I'll exact my revenge by becoming the judgiest judge that ever walked the earth. Or, inside the Pillsbury city limits. Psst. Psst. Hi. I can hear your lips mouthing. So.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it's just like that sound of like.
It's because I was mouthing everything I was thinking.
I know, I could tell. But you're writing it down, so why do you have to mouth it? Just because this is like a quiet part of the courtroom? I was just wondering if you could just not make.
Oh, when you asked why, did you actually want to know, or you were just it was your way of saying that you wish I wasn't doing? Because I could tell you why.
No one's ever stood up to my rhetorical slams before. What's your name?
My name's Edwin.
Are those your judging? What's that for?
I'm 10. I waited. This is the best way I've ever met someone.
Is that out of 10?
It sure is.
I'd like to take you out for a falafel sandwich.
7. Falafel's overrated, but I'm interested.
Wow. What a roller coaster of a conversation. I come to this courtroom to sit in the back in the quiet zone. I'm studying to be a sketch artist, so I'm sketching everybody's face, for like when they can't go to trial and there can't be cameras in the, the circumstances under which they need court artists.
5. Too much personal information. 5. 8. Sketching is cool.
You're like a really good judge. Has anyone ever told you that you might be the best judge?
10. Of course they have.
It seems as though Edwin had met his match. And by match, some girl in the back of a courtroom who also loved being involved in court procedures for no particular reason. Although she did train to be a court artist, she had other reasons for being next to Edwin that day. Do you think it looks like you?
Yeah, pretty much. I probably not as tall.
Can you just say it with the number? Ah! Edwin.
I'm sorry, this is just how I express myself best.
Edwin, this is our third falafel sandwich, okay?
Yeah,
And-
well. That's a 3.
I know, I learned how to read numbers when I was pretty young.
Oh, some people have a real trouble with that.
Yeah, I've heard, okay? There's a whole family of them. They live in town here. She sews my dresses for me.
Oh, Well, she's
You see how it drags on the ground? She can't measure for shit.
that's a 2 for being so judgmental.
Oh, that's rich. Oh, that's rich.
That's right. That's exactly
That's rich. Just then, Rich McGillicuddy was walking by the falafel shop. Hi, sorry, did I hear my name? I'm Rich.
My date was actually saying that's rich.
Oh.
She was trying to use it in a way as to degrade me and debase me because I gave a 2 to what she had said for being so judgy, when in fact I am someone who judges often. Don't think that the idea missed me completely. But if your name's Rich, then evidently we were meant to cross paths with you here today.
I actually gotta go. I just thought maybe I heard my name, but if it was a different use of the word rich, then I actually gotta head out.
Rich, come sit with us. Rich!
Judgy, judgeroo. That's what Edwin got called. As he walked through the town square, he walked back past the sign spinner in the dress, and he gave him a 7.
I don't like the dress.
As he walked by the recording studio, where they were recording the sounds for A Spirit in the Redwood, he could hear that through the wall. Poorly built sound recording studio. For Edwin, even when people couldn't see his cards, he judged. Edwin decided, if I'm going to really be the best judge, I better get my judging act together. So he decided to go to judge school.
Welcome to judge school. I am Chief Justice.
Oh, hello, Chief Justice.
That's a 1, buddy, for speaking out of turn. Now, you see what happened here, class? This guy here, what's your name?
My name's Edwin.
Edwin, don't duck beneath your desk and come back out like that, okay? Okay? This is judge school, okay? You're gonna have to deal with judgment. You're gonna have to get judged, and that way your judging will be better.
Okay, I'm willing to go on this ride. I've already been on the ride for 24 years, boy. It doesn't end. It's not changing. You're never going to get out of here alive, huh, boy? You're only going to be in class.
Hey, I got you something for your birthday. It's
What?
it's one semester at judge school, and don't make a big deal out of it. Don't make a big deal out of it.
It's a huge deal. I've always wanted to go to judge school.
Stop! Don't make a big deal out of it. It's not some kind of gift out of affection.
No.
Okay, Seamus, listen. Your judgment. See there, right there. Your judgment has really gone downhill. Like how loud you slurp that soup.
Well, it's good soup, huh?
Do you think the loudness of the slurping reflects the quality of the soup?
Well, Bridgeby, I thought in some cultures the louder you slurp, the more grateful you sound, huh?
I thought some cultures the louder you slurp. You know what? You need help. First class is later on. And listen, don't go telling stories off the cuff
because the guy who teaches this class will have your ass in a frying pan.
But Bridgeby, you know that's how I lived my life. 14 years ago. And what I'm telling you, class, is that if you ever want to make it out there in the world, if you ever want to find your own cup of soup, if you want to find the Campbells to your chunky chicken noodle, then you better get on something and hold on tight, because life is a big wave that come crashing down like a tsunami on the small isle of Japan. And what you don't want to be is sitting on shore, me boys. And what you don't want to be is sitting on shore. You run and you find higher ground, because one day that wave's gonna come crashing, and it might take with it a big piece of timber.
How was my first day at judge school? It was wild. I mean, first of all, the teacher started calling people out, judging them. And then there was like this pirate Irish guy who just started like, he had like a flashlight that was like shining on his face. And he was like, he just launched into this story. And look at this. I filled the whole notebook on day one. Okay, so I feel like it's judge school. Is it going good, Trisha? Yeah, it's going pretty good.
Well, I'm so glad for you, Edwin. You know what I mean? Like, most days you come here at this time and you sit in this diner and you're not happy. You've just been judging all day and you're not happy. An 8? Is that for how happy you are?
That's for you acknowledging my happiness.
It feels good to see you happy, Edwin, because you're the reason I stayed at this diner for 19 years. You're the reason.
Okay, Tommy. I got a big shift at Hamburger Folds today, and I'm out. I'm out, and I hate to be this guy, but I'm going to have to ask you to dip into your own personal stash because I got to work a double today, and I'm at the point now where I can't even work without cocaine in my bloodstream.
Hey, when you come see Tommy, you get taken care of, huh?
Okay, that's what I was hoping you'd say, Tommy. So bring out your personal stash. Let's see what it's all about. I got to be at Hamburger Falls in 15 minutes.
Okay, huh? Now don't go using it on one day anymore, because this is starting to be a little bit of a problem for you, isn't it? Huh?
It's not a problem. And you know what? I'm a really good judge of my own tolerance because, I don't know if you noticed about me, but I was going to be a judge. I was actually going to be a judge. But then I decided to switch to Gear Pass, and I was like, oh, maybe I'll manager Hamburger Falls. Anyway, can I just get that 8-ball, bud?
All right, hey, my friend. You know what I mean? I don't come into Hamburger Falls and pressure you to make the burger faster, huh? Do I? I would never, huh?
Tommy. Hey, Tommy. This is El Chapo calling from Mexico.
Oh, El Chapo, huh? Great to hear from you again.
Tommy, you've been pushing big weight up there in Pillsbury. Upstate.
Well, people of Pillsbury, they need their own push, if you will. You know what I mean? So, I've been supplied to see this guy who works at Hamburger Falls. I'd say we become friends at this point. He needs it. You know what I mean? So I'm helping regular people get through their 9 to 5. It feels good. Feels good.
That's really good, Tommy. Just let me let you in on one little pro tip, right?
Sure, if we're talking pro, you're the pro, huh? So lay it on me, chaps.
Don't ever dip into your personal stash. Not for a hamburger store manager, not for a lawyer who is a partner in a law firm, and especially not for a judge, even if he's a judge.
Why For what reason would you say that?
Hi, come on down, Folds. We have a new special on a folded hamburger. What's a folded hamburger, you say? Well, let me show you. We take the hamburger, grill it perfectly to 153 degrees. Then we fold it over, and there's inside. There's a bun is it, but that's also made of hamburger. A hamburger bun is made of hamburger. Hamburger Folds. Bring your coupons in the local flyer.
Well, and that was our winning submission from the online submissions. As you see, some of our contestants decided to use web cameras. Well, guess what? Doesn't matter what quality it is if the content's good. All right? So that's for all of you graduating class of Harvard 2022. Just remember that.
Bring, 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 bring. Bring, 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 bring.
Go!
Hello, is this Edwin?
Go for Edwin.
Hi, Edwin. My name's Jim Neighborly, and I am from the Olympic Committee of the world.
Hot damn!
We've been watching you, and you're one judge. Edwin, let me ask you this. Do you ever wonder how they pick those judges that you see at the Olympics?
Do I ever wonder? I spent my nights up late under my covers asking myself, how do they pick Olympic judges? And I could never find the answer. I Googled it. I went to my local library in search of. I asked friends. I asked neighbors. So if the question is, did I wonder? You bet your life I've been wondering. I have an insatiable wondering about this. Someone, do you have the answer? Do you?
Well, Edwin, today is your lucky day, because this is in fact how we choose Olympic judge. We spy on people in their regular lives, we see their judginess, and we choose them to come to the Olympics. Edwin, would you like to go to Los Angeles 2024 to be one of the judges in the Olympic Games?
Yes! Yes!